This next song I want to share with you guys is called It Pleases You. And a couple of months ago, we had the opportunity to go to a different state. And we showed up at this place, and as we were setting up, somebody came up and said, hey, here's a list of songs, and we want you just to sing songs from that list. And I was like, no, I've got songs that I've written, and I've got things I want to share. And they're like, no, we want you to pick, from the list of songs, and you'll come up and you'll sing, and we want you to say anything, and then when you're done, we want you to read something. And they gave me a paragraph to read off. And then they said, we want you to sing another song, and then you walk off. And I was like, oh man, that's a bummer. I want to share songs, and I want to share my heart. And so, but I said, okay. And so we began to set up, and all of a sudden from the speakers, they're playing this song, and it sounds really familiar. And I look at my wife, she looks at me, and I look at her, and we realize that it's a song that I've written. But it's somebody else singing it on a CD, recorded. And so I kind of got excited, though, because maybe it was on that list. So I go back, and I'm like, hey, listen, is that song on that list? He's like, it pleases you? Of course it is. And I was like, cool, then I get to do that song. I get to do that song because I wrote it. And he's like, you didn't write it. And I was like, okay, well, it doesn't matter, really. I get to do the song because it's on the list. And he's like, yeah. He comes back a couple seconds later and says, hey, listen, do you think that you could pull it off in Spanish? Because the guy on the CD does it in Spanish. Could you? At that point, I wanted to grab my guitar, pull the cord, stick it in the case. Or maybe not stick it in the case, maybe in its face. No, I'm just kidding. I said, Spanish is my first language. El rey de parangaricutirimicor, si quieres parangaricutimicorizar, el que logra es parangaricutimicorizar. Un grande parangaricutirimicorizadoor será. It's what I wanted to say, but I didn't. I got to do my song that night. But I felt like God was saying, because the song says it may not make a difference, it may not change a single life, it may not move a single stone, but it pleases you. I felt like God was saying, Moy, I don't really care about your song. I care about you being obedient to me. I care about you pleasing me. It may not make a difference, it may not change a single life, it may not move a single stone, but it pleases you. And I want to worship with you guys with that song tonight. And it says, I come tonight and I yield my right as a gift of offering, like the one that you gave me. I want to share that with you guys.